They say you can't turn back time, but what if all it took was a haircut? Not surgery, not filters, not magic, just the right shape, the right movement, the right moment to say, I'm ready to feel beautiful again. Because after 50, your hair doesn't just frame your face, it tells your story. And if that story has started to feel a little faded, today, we're bringing the light back. Stay with me till the end, because once you see how a simple cut can lift your face, brighten your eyes, and even change the way you carry yourself, you'll never look at your reflection the same way again. And before we begin, tell me in the comments, what's the one thing you wish your hair could make you feel again? Confidence? Freedom? Youth? Let's start there, together. There's a quiet power in the way a woman wears her hair, something deeply personal, something almost spiritual. For most of our lives, our hair has been a reflection of who we are, our moods, our milestones, our sense of self. But as the years pass, that same hair begins to change. Its texture softens, the color lightens, the strands become a little more delicate, and suddenly, the styles that once felt perfect no longer feel quite right. Many women think it's just a sign of aging, something inevitable, but the truth is, your hair doesn't have to be a reminder of the years gone by. It can be your greatest secret weapon, one that brings back light to your face, energy to your eyes, and confidence to your heart. Hair carries emotion. It remembers the hands that brushed through it, the moments you cut it short after heartbreak, the times you pinned it up for work or let it down on a carefree weekend. It's more than beauty, it's identity. That's why the right haircut isn't just about fashion, it's about rediscovering yourself. After 50, something beautiful happens. You finally understand what looks good on you, what feels natural, and what kind of energy you want to project. A new haircut at this stage of life isn't a makeover. It's a celebration, a quiet rebellion against everything that says you have to fade as you age. Stand in front of a mirror and really look at yourself. Notice how your face has changed, not with loss, but with story. Every smile line is a memory, every soft curve a reflection of wisdom. The goal isn't to hide them, but to harmonize them. That's what the perfect haircut can do. It complements your features instead of fighting them. The right style softens the lines, opens up your expression, and lets your natural light come through. It frames your beauty instead of shadowing it. It doesn't scream for attention, it whispers elegance. Think about how a simple change in your hair can change how you carry yourself. When your hair feels good, you walk differently. You hold your head higher, you make eye contact longer, you smile more. Confidence is visible, and your hair plays a bigger role in it than most people realize. The wrong style can weigh you down, literally and emotionally. But when the shape of your cut flows with your face, it brings a kind of harmony that's impossible to ignore. It makes people look at you and wonder what's different, though they can't quite explain why you seem so refreshed, so alive. There's also a quiet symbolism to changing your hair. It's an act of letting go. You're not trying to go back to how you looked at 25. You're saying, this is me now, and I've never felt more at home in my skin. You're removing what no longer serves you, cutting away not just strands, but old expectations, insecurities, and the pressure to look a certain way. In a world that constantly tells women to stay young, a powerful haircut says, I am timeless. It reclaims the narrative, and maybe that's why every woman remembers the moment she truly loved her hair. Not because it was perfect, but because it felt like her. Because it moved with her when she laughed, when she turned her head, when she looked at herself and smiled softly. That's the magic. The right haircut doesn't just sit on your head. It breathes with you. It becomes part of your rhythm. So if you've been looking at your reflection lately and feeling that something's missing, it might not be your skin or your makeup or your clothes. It might be your hair quietly asking for renewal, a gentle refresh, a style that mirrors the woman you've become, elegant, confident, and beautifully alive. Because no matter your age, Your hair still holds the power to change the way you feel about yourself, and when you feel beautiful, the world feels different too. There's an art to looking timeless, and it begins not with color or makeup but with shape and movement. The structure of your haircut quietly decides how your entire face is perceived. A small change in where your hair falls, the softness of a layer, or the curve of a fringe can transform your reflection from tired to radiant in a single afternoon. The secret lies in balance, creating lightness where time has added weight and lift where the years have softened definition. The best haircuts for women after 50 aren't about chasing youth. They're about enhancing harmony, sculpting light around your features, and rediscovering the elegance that's already there. Start by imagining your hair as the natural frame around a masterpiece. Your face, when the frame is too heavy, it steals attention. When it's too sharp, it hardens the artwork. But when it's soft, balanced, and fluid, everything inside it glows. That's why blunt cuts, which may once have looked stylish, can now feel harsh and unflattering. They drag the face down and expose every tired angle. What brings instant vitality back is movement. Soft layers, especially those that begin near the jawline or cheekbones, create a gentle, cascading effect that lifts your features and restores a sense of airiness. The hair dances instead of sitting still. Each strand seems to move with purpose, creating that elusive impression of youth without pretending to be young. One of the most universally flattering styles for women over 50 is the shoulder-length layered cut. It's elegant, versatile, and perfectly balanced between sophistication and ease. When it brushes against your collarbone, it draws attention away from the neck, one of the first places to reveal age, and redirects the eye toward the face. Add a few soft layers near the front, and you instantly create dimension. The effect is subtle yet powerful. It opens your face, highlights your smile, and makes your hair appear fuller, thicker, and more alive. And then there are bangs, the quiet miracle workers of the ageless look. Many women avoid them, fearing they're too girlish, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Wispy curtain bangs or delicate side bangs can completely change your presence. They soften forehead lines, highlight your eyes, and add a touch of mystery. They say, "I've lived, I've loved, and I'm still glowing." When blended properly with light layers, bangs can frame the face like sunlight filtering through lace, gentle, flattering, endlessly graceful. If you prefer short hair, there's no better companion than the modern bob, but not the old-fashioned, straight-across bob of the past. Today's version is light, textured, and full of movement. A chin-length bob that gently curves inward can slim the jawline and give your profile a soft lift. Add a slight wave or tousled texture, and you have a look that's effortlessly chic, youthful without trying, refined without stiffness. The beauty of short hair at this stage of life is its freedom. You don't hide behind it, you shine through it. Every strand becomes part of your expression, every flick a symbol of confidence. For those who love long hair, the key is weight management. Long doesn't have to mean heavy. Subtle layers, starting below the shoulders, can prevent your hair from pulling your face downward. Add light waves for texture and movement. It brings life and dimension without sacrificing length. Long, healthy, softly moving hair can be one of the most graceful statements a woman can make in her 50s or 60s. It whispers confidence. I know who I am, and I love how I look. Color, too, plays a quiet role here. While harsh tones can add age, soft highlights or lowlights can make your skin glow again. Think honey, caramel, soft chestnut, or champagne tones, shades that catch natural light and reflect warmth onto your face. But even the best color in the world can't save a bad cut. The foundation must be shape. The rest follows naturally. Because here's the truth, when your haircut works with your face, not against it, you don't need tricks or filters. The right cut makes makeup optional and confidence inevitable. It makes you look like yourself again, only lighter, freer, more open to the world. It's not about impressing others. It's about falling in love with your reflection each morning and thinking, yes, that's me, and I've never looked better. There comes a moment in every woman's life when she looks in the mirror and realizes that beauty has changed its meaning. It's no longer about youth or perfection or symmetry. It's about presence, the quiet, magnetic power that comes from truly liking the person who looks back at you. A new haircut can sometimes be the beginning of that shift, not because it changes your face, but because it reminds you of something deeper, that you still have the power to reinvent yourself, to shed what no longer fits, to feel beautiful in your own evolving skin. The right haircut doesn't demand attention, it commands it softly. When your hair moves with ease, when it feels light against your shoulders, there's a rhythm that returns to your entire being. You smile differently. You speak differently. You catch your reflection and don't flinch, but pause. Curious, proud, even a little emotional, because what you see isn't a younger version of yourself. It's a woman who has finally come home to herself. You realize that beauty after 50 isn't a desperate chase backward. It's a calm walk forward, wearing your years like jewels instead of burdens. Confidence doesn't come from flawless skin or perfect hair. It comes from alignment. When your outer image begins to reflect your inner self again, something inside you clicks. You stand a little taller, and the energy around you changes. People notice it immediately, though they can't explain it. They see it in the way you tilt your head when you talk, in the way your eyes light up when you laugh. That's the kind of beauty that never fades. The kind that no product can bottle. The kind that radiates from a woman who's made peace with herself. And it all begins with small choices. The moment you decide to take care of yourself again, to schedule that salon visit you've been putting off, to sit in the chair and say, let's start fresh. There's something sacred about that moment. The sound of scissors snipping feels like permission. You let go of strands that have witnessed countless seasons of your life, the tears, the joy, the stress, the love, and you replace them with lightness. You watch pieces of the old you fall away, and in their place, something new begins to bloom. When the stylist turns the chair around and you see your reflection, you realize it's not just your hair that's changed, it's your energy. There's a softness in your face again, a sparkle that had dimmed quietly beneath years of responsibility and routine. The haircut didn't give you that. It simply uncovered what was already there, because beauty, at its truest form, isn't added, it's revealed. Every woman deserves that moment of rediscovery, to look at herself and think, I remember her. The woman who used to walk into rooms with her head high, who used to wear lipstick just because she loved how it felt, who never apologized for taking up space. She's not gone. She was just waiting beneath the surface, waiting for you to remember how radiant you already are. And maybe that's what a good haircut truly symbolizes. Not vanity, not indulgence, but renewal. It's proof that you still care enough about yourself to evolve, that you still believe in the possibility of transformation, that you're still writing your story one beautiful detail at a time. So when you next stand in front of the mirror, don't focus on what time has taken. Focus on what it has given. Depth, grace, humor, strength, and a beauty that doesn't beg to be noticed. It simply is. Let your hair move freely. Let it frame your laughter. Let it dance in the sunlight. You've earned the right to feel this alive, this confident, this unapologetically you. Because the real secret of looking younger after 50 isn't hidden in a salon or a bottle. It's in the way you carry yourself once you finally remember your worth. And when that confidence shows up, no one sees your age. They only see your light.